Oh, look at Bucky, hold on.
Una y otra vez.
We just wait for the drop.
Una y otra vez.
Oh, he's just making us wait.
Siempre volverás.
What are you doing?
Aunque ya no sientas más amor por mí, solo rencor.
Lord have mercy.
Yo tampoco tengo nada que sentir, y eso es peor.
That's India, right?
Pero te extraño.
What is the mindset that you go into making a joint like that? I think it was a La India joint that you guys.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. When I DJ in general, so I've never been into like making blends or making remixes. I've never been into that. Never. I had a couple tracks that I made like back in 2012, but it was for myself. I never did it like publicly, you know? But if you ever see me perform live, and the way I'm flipping in between tracks and mixing songs, like throwing like 3 songs at one time, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing that. It kind of reflects on what blends do. People do when they're blending. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man B Ribs. My man B Ribs reached out to me on a DM and was like, "Yo, Moka, if I ever get to do a blend battle, I would love to go against you." Mm-hmm. Now, my man Ted Smooth is the one that does the blend battles, and my man Ted Smooth, he runs that. He's been doing that for years, and he's always reached out to me like, "Yo, Moka, what's up?" And I was like, "Nah, I can't do it, bro. Nah." But I was either booked at the time, but I was never interested because that's never my thing. I was never into that world. And when Beavers he told me once, and then he went on my man Mecca show. He asked me again. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? When Ted Swoop called me, I picked the phone and was like, "Yo, just set it up, man. Just set it up, bro. I'll do it." You know what I mean? Like whatever. I'll do it. And going into it, my mindset was like, if I'm gonna go into this and I'm gonna do something so out of the box that when you hear it, it's just gonna reflect that. You understand? It's gonna reflect that, this shit is just so out of the box that, you know what I'm saying? Like the tracks that you're using, the way you're manipulating the song, you know what I'm saying? The beats that you're using, I'm gonna do it so crazy that, no disrespect to my man B Rivers, but in order to beat me, bro, you're gonna have to you gotta be on a million. You gotta be in 1,000,000%. You understand? And it's funny because everything that I put out on that blend battle, I use almost all except the 2 tracks. Everything else I used it for my USB, and bro, I'm just ringing off around the whole world, bro. I got people reaching out to me from everywhere, like, "Yo, how can I get that? How can I get that? How can I get that?" The backstory on La India song, right? I was driving and I heard the song. I heard the song, and I know the song from back in the days because what I mean. That's something that I'm Dominican, so my generation, her song was always being played in my household by my sisters, by my wife. So it's a song that I've always heard, and in my head, I was listening to Essence. This is crazy. I was listening to Essence, Wizkid and Thames. I was listening to the and I was like, damn, what can I do that would kind of represent that, but in a whole different level? You understand?
Energy wise.
Like energy and how it makes you feel when you hear it. You understand? Because when you hear a song, it's how it makes you feel when you hear that record, or you hear the voice, or you hear what she's saying. How does it make you feel? So me, I've always loved mixing soul to soul. I always play soul to soul. Whenever I do it, you always hear, "However you want it, however," and how that beginning comes in. So in my head, I said, how can I represent something that's like this, but represent it in a way where you're not going to even expect for that shit to happen? And it's funny because the minute I heard, so I got the stems for the India track, and the minute I heard the acapella, Prime, I kid you not, bro. I mean, I'm talking about it now. You can see, bro, I'm getting chills now, bro. Like, when I heard that, bro, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna, I knew already. this is going to be powerful, dude. It's going to be powerful. So I said, what record would go crazy with this just to build up a fit? You understand? And I remember Masters at Work. And I looped it in that part. I said, I'm just going to loop it and let her voice just like, let that shit just resonate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, and it's funny because every time she stopped, the song goes,
It's perfect, yo. It's perfect.
You know, it was just like, it was a perfect combination. So where I let the song go at, you know, the way I had to do it was I had to loop it and I had to cue point the bass line because where I dropped the bass line is where in the original song is where she goes up on the song. And the salsa beat kind of comes in, you understand? So when I heard those combinations together, I said, yo, bro, I don't care what round I'm on. Ain't nobody coming back from this right here. I'm sorry. I don't care what you're going to play on this side. When I play this, there's no way in hell.
Video, and I was like, it's over. It's like, it's over, man. Even like if you look at that video, really, I ain't going front, you could see the expression and your face tells everything no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, he felt there was nothing coming behind it. Nothing. Like,
there was nothing coming behind it. And it's funny because
it's almost like a cheat code.
It's almost like a cheat code. It's exactly. Yeah. It's funny because like I kind of lost track of how this blend was going to be. So I thought I was going to be first all the time. You understand? I didn't know that after round 6, we're going to switch and he's going to go first and then I'm going to go second. So my whole 10 tracks, I said, I'm not putting nothing below a 8 on this shit. Like, it's going to be like, but everything from 6 on was like on 1 million. Like, I already knew. So I already had India. I had Pepas. I had Dakari from Bad Bunny. I had the Adele with the Soho music joint. So when he played the Selena track, which was a Spanish track, vocal woman singing with Dreams and Nightmares, bro. If you go back and look at the tapes and you look at my body language, I was like, oh, you just set me up, bro. You just gave me the alley-oop of a lifetime right now. You understand? And it's funny because in the room, bro, if you were in that room that day, bro, when I dropped the Masters at Work, everybody was like, okay, Masters at Work, that's a regular beat. Yeah. When I dropped the vocals with the Masters at Work, bro, I don't care what side you was on, all you heard was, oh shit. It was just like, it was a rap day.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to come up with the idea. It's the idea that's golden. It's not what I'm doing. It's coming up with this idea. You understand? So I think that sharing that for me personally, it gives me like a sense of like, you know what, if I can inspire somebody or I can give somebody the inside scoop on what I'm doing, I don't mind doing it. I don't care. You understand? Because at the end of the day, the way I DJ and the way I manipulate things, it's what makes me me. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, you can take all the ingredients from somebody, but you're not going to be that person at the end of the day. You understand? You have to have that. You have to have your own sauce.
A person like you that can do something like that, it's so incredible. That means your mind is gone. So whatever you showing, like you breaking it down, you already ahead of that. This nigga that got like 4 or 5 better than that one. So now it's like you playing catch up.
And I think when you're like the way you are, those are blessings, and those blessings always come back to you tenfold. You understand? I remember after the battle, me and you didn't know each other like that, like on a personal level. And I swear to you, you know what happened? I called you right after your battle. And I said, yo, jump on this FaceTime. Yo, you killed it. You did an amazing job. You killed that joint. You killed it. But I said, let me show you some techniques that will further that. You understand? And we jumped on the phone call and I showed you right then and there, like right after the battle. Like I don't mind showing those things. It's where your journey needed to be at the moment. So you know, I always say you don't look at the past, you use the past as lessons and you move forward from there. You know what I mean? You move forward and evolve from there. You know what I mean? So,
do you feel DJing is dying in any way?
My personal opinion, I feel like I see DJ evolving every day, and although there's certain aspects of DJing that we don't see enough of them, but we see the flip side to that. You know what I'm saying? And the flip side of DMC now is a Red Bull 3 style.
Yeah,
you understand? It's not the same technical, but it's more how many routines and how many tricks can you manipulate in 5 minutes? You understand? And it's just a different skill set of what we're seeing. But I think as far as like what we seen back in the days, like, you know what I'm saying, like the barbecue and stuff like that, it's not that it's dying. I think we're just evolving with the times, and the times are a little bit different. But I think it's important, like people like me, people like you, to keep that skill set and to keep that culture and that mindset alive. I think we have to keep on carrying the torch and inspiring the younger DJs to want to do the same thing. You understand? And them not being influenced by let's say the DJ that it's not worried about that skill set or that culture. You understand? But I think it's still there, man. I think everything that we've loved about it is still there. I think the scenes might have changed a little bit, and I think there might not be the scenery for that in too many places, but it's still out there, man. I think it's up to us to keep that torch going and keep evolving, man. That's why I always say I'm a student in this game, and I will always be a student in this game, because if you don't keep that mindset, you just get comfortable with what you're doing and you just plateau. I don't love to plateau. You understand? You know, I wanna be a bowl of many ingredients. You know what I mean? Caribbean, Dominican, Latin, you know, white, black. I don't care what it is. I wanna just keep everything, you know, evolving there. So I think that's what I represent when I'm doing remixes, and I got things in my mind. That's why you hear so many different sounds, because you know, I love to hear all of it. You know, I love all the cultures. You understand?
And, one last thing, you know, there's a DJ right now that's, you know, that his mom just gave him some money. He's about to go get some controllers, turntables, or he got them and he's just starting out. What advice, from your perspective, would you give to that DJ, that up and coming DJ that's, you know, about to, you know, put the key in ignition?
Absolutely. I think any up and coming DJ that wants to get into this, I think the number one rule in this game is you do this for the heart, and you do this for the love of music and the passion of this, because this is a skill set. This is a skill that not too many have, you know, and there's skill sets that people are born into this. So I think that first and foremost, do everything you're gonna do with this, do it with your heart, put your heart into it, put your all into it. And if you do that, you're gonna accomplish many things. Don't worry about being on the first flyers, on the most flyers, and the most parties. You know, when you come into that public and you go out there and do public events, make sure you're going out there with what the first thing is your heart, and you're making sure that you have a passion for this first. Because many of us will buy equipment and will sell it a couple of years later or a year later, because they thought it was something that it wasn't. You know, like I said, it's not all about the parties, it's not all about the fame, it's not all about being all over the posters. It's about a passion. And because of that passion, you're gonna hit many milestones, and you're gonna go far in this game, because it's a passion first. You can't do this for money. You understand? If your mindset is money first, you lost from the beginning, you know? So
if you have the passion, the money will come.
Absolutely agreed. So any new DJ, man, listening, this is a beautiful industry, beautiful culture. You know what I mean? You're gonna meet many beautiful people. You're gonna go into many different journeys. But first and foremost, man, do this from the heart. Practice, and only put yourself out there when you feel like you're ready to deliver something to somebody out there in the world, man, and change. You understand? So, and keep the culture alive, man. You know what I mean? Beautiful culture.
My man, Moka dropped a lot of jewels for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, fam. You know, this is
appreciate you, man. Always.
Definitely do it. We're gonna definitely link, man. This is only the beginning. There's something great, and you set it off, and I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you for having me, man. And salute to all the DJs out there, man. All the female DJs, my DJ family, man. Everybody, salute to you guys, man. I love you guys. Always appreciate the support, man. And you know, just know when I'm on that stage or I'm making remixes, I'm making them for you, man. So definitely salute to everybody out there.
This is a person that you definitely want to pay attention to, man. Thanks again, Moka. We are
salute, bro.
B-side Prime. Peace.
Peace.